Hello friends, welcome to the 48th session of Hybris tutorial. In this session, we are going to learn how we can change the type of an existing attribute in a particular item type. So guys, this concept is also very much frequently used once you are in a development project. For example, if I have a requirement that I have this item type, right? I have this item type, Almira test object, and for this item type we do have one attribute, right? And this attribute name is Almira ID, right? This is the attribute name, Almira ID, and its type is java.lang.object. But if my requirement is that I want to change its type, right? How I can do that, we are going to discuss in this video. So guys, either you can change the type of a particular attribute of a type which is custom created, or you can do this for the item type which is provided by the Hybris out of box. So firstly, we will write the requirement that how we can change the type of an attribute in a particular item type. So requirement is we need to change the type of an item type, change the type of an attribute for a particular art item type, right? So guys, always remember that this requirement is not allowed by the Hybris out of box. Hybris is saying that if you are using this item type, for example, this has an attribute, right? This is a current time attribute, right? Hybris, what Hybris says that if you want this attribute value to be changed from date to string, right? Then it is not allowed, right? Why it is not allowed? Because there can be a possibility of data corruption, because the data will be which existing data will be of type date in this attribute. If you want to change its type as a string, maybe it is highly possible that your data will get corrupted. So this functionality is not provided by Hybris out of box, but Hybris gives us one flexibility. What is that flexibility? For example, if you see this user item type only, right? This user item type, if I just show you this user table in our DB, if I just show you in our DB, so you will see that in the user table, I have a UID column. Select star from user, right? So in the user table, we do have this UID column, right? But is this UID attribute is coming from the user item type? No, answer is no. It is coming from the principal item type, and this user item type is extending the principal item type only, as you can see over here. And if I just show you this principal item type, you will find that in the principal item type only we are declaring this UID attribute. So you will see that over here only we do have this description name, display name, right? We do have these, and similarly we do have one attribute which is basically qualifier is equal to UID. So I will try to write this, and you will see that we do have this in the principal item type, right? So you can see we do have this attribute. So I think you should agree with this. Now, if I go back to the user item type, right? So it means we are using this UID one, right? We are using this UID attribute, right, uh, in our user item type. Now my requirement is it is of type string, right? I want to change its type to some other item type. So is it possible? So yes, it is possible. Hybris allows this. So guys, the concept is what Hybris allows is it basically allows to change the type of attribute, right? Change the type of attribute to its subtype only in child item type. So this is the concept. For example, I have a parent item type, right? Parent item type, say type 1. I will give that item type name as type 1. In this I have a attribute. I have a attribute, right? So attribute is basically attribute 1. It is of type object, right? If I want to change its type from object to string, how I can do? Hybris is saying that it is not directly allowed to change its type from object to string, right? So it is not allowed. So how it is possible? Hybris is saying that you need to create another item type. You need to create another item type, child item type, right? Which extends the type to type 1, which extends the parent item type, right? So and in this we will redeclare this attribute. So I will there redeclare this attribute 1, right? And there I will change its type from object to string, and will write a tag redeclare is equal to true. Redeclare is equal to true. So this is the redeclare is equal to true. This is the syntax we need to use, right? So I hope this is clear to you. So now we will see this, we will see a working example for this requirement. So you can see if I go in training core item.xml, over here I have this Elmira test object. If I open this Elmira test object item type, right, in my back office, I will show you that its item type is of type object, right? I will show you that the type of this Elmira ID is currently the object, right? So I will show you that. So I will go to the back office. So you can see I'm logging into the back office, and then we will search in the types for our item type, which we have declared, right? So this is the type or our item type Elmira test object. So I will just copy this, and then I will just try to search this Elmira test object. So you can see I'm going into the types, and over here I will try to search this, right? And you can see this is the item type, right? And if we go into the properties, if we go inside the properties, you can see the Almira ID is of type java.lang.object. So I hope this is clear to you, right? But I can create another item type. I can create another item type, and there I can use this same attribute Almira ID, right? I can use the same object, but there I can just change the change the type of Almira ID. So I can do this. So what I will do, I have created another item type Almira test object. I will write this Almira test uh, redeclare. This is the type code I am giving, and obviously it is extending the parent one only, so it is extending this one only so that it can inherit other attributes, right? So this is the thing I am doing. Auto create is equal to true, generate is equal to false. We will keep this as it is. I will change its type to say uh, this one. So this is the type I have kept this. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you what I am doing over here, right? So here I will just give the deployment table name as well. But guys, now my requirement is I need to change the type from Elmira type of this attribute Elmira ID from Java lang.object to string. I can do this. So I have to do like this string, right? But will this work or it will not work? My answer is this will not work. Why it will not work? Because we have to use a attribute redeclare is equal to true. If we are not redeclaring this attribute, system will say that this is a duplicate attribute. Let's try to build this project. Let's bring our server down first. I'm pressing Control C to bring my server down. And let's try to build the project. So you will see that system and all will get failed. It will say that this is a duplicate object. It will identify it as a separate object only if we redeclare this attribute. Okay, so let's wait for this. So guys, you can see now the build is failed and it is saying duplicated inherited attributes, right? So I hope this is clear to you. So what we will do now, I can, write redeclare is equal to true. And once I use this tag redeclare is equal to true, now system will allow me to use this attribute because I have redeclared the definition of this attribute. Guys, using this redeclare is equal to true, what do you have to do? Just remember, you can change the type of parent attribute. So this is the Almira ID, which is there in the Almira test object, right? This is there in the Almira test object, and its type is java.lang.object. Now I am trying to change its type from java.lang.object to, right, from object to string. This is what I am going to do, right? Always remember, guys, always remember, we can using the redeclare is equal to true attribute using redeclare redeclare is equal to true, we can only change the attribute type in child item type, right? In child item type to its subtype only. So it means, what it means because this java, it is of type java.lang.object and string is the subtype of object, right? That is why I am able to do this. But if you try to change this from object to any other collection, system will not allow you. You can change the type of Almira ID in the child item type, in the child item type to a subtype only, because string is a subtype of object. That is why it is allowed to do this. If you try to change this from object to a collection, right, or to any other item type, your changes will not reflect. So this thing we need to take care of. So one thing is we can change the type of attribute, right? Using redeclare is equal to true, we can change the type of attribute into the children item type, right, to its subtype only. This is one thing we can do. Second thing we can do is we can change the modifier as well using the redeclare is equal to true. Second thing we can do is we can change the modifiers as well. Modifier as well. So it means if I want search is equal to false, right? I can do this like as well. So I hope this is clear to you. What do you mean by redeclaration? So redeclaration concept is also very important if you want to change its type. And guys, I'm telling you one thing out of box. If you want that, I don't want to create the child item type, right? I just want a direct changes in the parent item type. I want to directly change the type of this Almira ID only. Although out of box Hybris doesn't support it because there is a high chances that data corruption will happen. But if you want to change this, if the dat item type, if that parent item type is custom created, right, it can be directly changed. If you can if you can directly change the type over here, like from object to say integer, you can directly do those changes here, and then you can perform the system update. Then your changes will automatically reflected, provided you remove the entries from attribute descriptor table as well. So this is the thing we need to take care, but Hybris doesn't recommend this approach. Hybris says that if you want to change the type, right, if you want to change the type from object to string, then you have to create a new item type, right? You can extend the existing item type, right, existing parent item type, and there you can give new definition, and wherever you want to use, you can now use this child item type. So this is what Hybris gives us the flexibility, right? Because we do have multiple item types given by the Hybris out of box. So there can be a requirement that you want to change its item types, right? Like over here, we do have right is equal to false for this attribute for the principal item type, but I want right is equal to true for the display name. So how I can do, I can use the same item type in my custom file, and there for this attribute I can use redeclare is equal to true at this place. So this is the thing we need to take care of, Now what I have done, this is my parent and I have just given the redefinition of this Almira ID over here. So let's try this. Now I will build my project again and let's see whether it is working or not. If there is any error, I will let you know. Let's wait for the build to get finished. So guys, now you can see build is successful. And you can see if I just refresh my platform extension, if I just refresh my platform extension, then you will find that we will have another model class, right? We will have another model class, right? This is the model class, and over here if I just search for the uh, Almira ID attribute, you will see that the Almira ID is of type string. So you can see it is of type string, right? So what I will do, I will just bring my server up, and then I will quickly show you that in the new item type which we have created in the new item type, right? This one, Elmira test redeclare. In this, the Elmira ID will be of type string, but all other attributes, Elmira name, room number, all other attributes will be used as it is. So I hope guys this is clear to you what I wanted to say. So redeclare is equal to true is very important concept in the Hybris, right? So let's wait for the server to come up, then we will perform the system update. So guys, now you can see server has come up and this has taken almost this much of time, right? Now what we will do, we will quickly open the HSC and we will try to search the tables which we have created, and we will find that this table will not be created yet, right? So I am just trying to search for this Elmira test redeclaration. So I am just trying to search this and you will find that this type is still not there in our system, right? So you can see it is not there in our system, right? So it is showing us the red strip. It means this type is not there in our system, right? Now let's perform the system update. So I'm going to perform the system update, and once I perform the system update by checking the update running system, you will see that this type has been created into our system. So I'm just performing the system update and this will take around 10 minutes to get finished. So you can see system update has been started. So let's wait for the system update to get finished. So guys, now you can see system update has been finished successfully. Now we try to search for our newly created item type. So I am again trying to log in with my credential. Username is admin and password is the NIMDA. And I will search for the Almira test redeclare attribute. So you can see I'm just searching select star from this attribute, and you will see that this has been now created, right? We can see the type as well. So I am just logging into back office, right? These are my credentials, admin and NIMDA. So with these credentials we will log in into the back office and we will see that whether the type of our newly redeclared attribute, this Almira test redeclare, what is its auto create, what is this Almira ID type, is it a string or is it a object, right? We will find that for this Almira test object, Almira ID will have a type as object, but for the Almira test redeclare, Almira ID type will be the string and it will inherit rest of the attributes present in Almira test object. So this is the thing we are going to verify. So let's wait for the back office to get open, then we will see these concepts. So back office is getting open. This takes some time when you bring your server up first time and when you try to open the back office first time. So this always takes some time because back office basically creates its own cache. So this takes time only for the first time, but HSC doesn't take that time. right? So you can see now the back office has been opened. So I will quickly try to search in the type section. So you can see I have just written the type in the exploratory, right? And there we will search firstly for the parent one. So I am searching for this Almira test object, and then we will search in the child one. So firstly I'm searching in Almira test object. You will see that here, over here, still the type of Almira ID is object. Still the type of Almira ID is object, but then you will search in this Almira test redeclare item type. Then I am going to search in this, right? And you will find that in this we have this attribute again, Almira ID, but its type has been changed. Its type has been changed, right? You can see its type is java.lang.string. All other attributes are also there. You can see all other attributes are also there, and they have the same type which is there in the super item type, but Almira ID has type now java.lang.string. So I hope guys this is clear to you. And we did one more thing over here. We declare the search is equal to false, right? And in the parent one it was true. So let's see what is the value of this modifier. So search is equal to false, you can see. So it means modifier value can also be changed if we use the redeclare, right, attribute, redeclare tag, right? So I hope guys this is clear to you. What is the benefit of using the redeclare, right, redeclare tag? And if you don't use this redeclare is equal to true, you will get the error during the build time only. So I hope guys this video is useful for you. You will be using this concept very frequently in your project tasks. And guys, if you like this video, do share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.